We're here once again with Bill Ferguson, head coach of the USC men's volleyball team, postseason edition of the Interview with a Coach. And, the team finished strong, of course, a 17-game win streak, but the way you guys finished the last two games with sweeps, how impressive a performance were those two?
I was real happy with them. I thought we got out to real fast starts on both teams. I think both our opponents came back in the second set, played pretty well, put us in some tough situations. Both second sets were deuce games, and we came back and I thought did really well. Just keeping our cool and staying the course and outlasting our opponent, and then we responded again in the third set in both matches and in playing pretty well and closing them out. So we were in the pressure cooker a little bit, and both had some areas where we were a little bit uncomfortable, and I thought we did really well. And I thought, I was real impressed the way we just kept our focus and finished.
It's hard to think there's too many things going wrong when you win 17 straight matches, but if there's one area you want to improve on in the next few weeks as you go into the conference tournament and hopefully the NCAA tournament, where is it?
I want to be a little better serving and a little better passing. Obviously, it sounds a little odd, with what Tony's been doing from the line, but I want to get a little more consistency from a couple more guys. And get a little tougher serve out of one or two more guys. So there's a couple tweaks here and there with the service game that I'd like to get a little better with. And then I always want to pass perfect or come as close to that as we can. I thought our guys and serve receive did a great job. Got put in some tough spots, and I thought responded really well. So if we can continue to just refine our serve receive, I think that makes everything easier.
For you guys, you got a chance to play the Matadors again in the conference tournament. Is it an advantage for you or is it an advantage for them that you guys have just seen each other on Saturday?
I don't know. We've done this twice before with different results. My first year here as head coach, we played Northridge the last game of the season for the right to host our playoff match the next weekend. We lost both. Last year we played UCLA the last match of the season, knowing we were going to play the following week. We were both locked. We were locked into first. They were locked into eighth, and we won both of those matches. So, I don't really try to look at it as advantageous or disadvantageous. I just look at what it is, and we have a little more information on them. They probably have a little more information on us, and now we can, practice accordingly and get ready for the matchup.
Now you talk about all the aspirations and the things this team still wants to achieve this season, but what does it mean in terms of the regular season winning the conference title like you guys did?
Well, I'm really proud of the program. I mean, we just won the regular season title from the toughest conference in college athletics for the second year in a row. So for that, I'm real proud of what the staff and the guys have been able to do and put together. That's a heck of an accomplishment. Last year was... we were kind of ahead of the pack a little bit and just kind of trying to keep everybody at bay. This year, there's 5 teams that could all win on any given night. So to walk out of there as the league regular season champion with such great teams in the league with ourselves, Stanford, BYU, Irvine, and UCLA. Those are all. I mean, we've all played each other real tough and had great matches this year, and so it's an honor to represent our conference as a champion. So it's something that's really neat.
You talked about with me several times how this team's focus is so great that they just worry about the task at hand. Do you worry that changes at all just because of what's at stake in the next few weeks? Or do you think this team, regardless of whether it's the conference tournament or NCAA tournament, this team is full steam ahead and just worrying about the task at hand?
I think our senior leadership's too good. I think Tony and Steve do too good a job of keeping our guys focused internally, and never really felt like things were ever getting away from us in that department. Said a couple of things in the locker room that, there was a lot of interest that was going on in our league that night with the Stanford-UCLA matchup and what was going on in Long Beach with Pepperdine and, all so on and so forth. And, we just said, hey, we're playing Northridge again on Saturday, and that's what we got to worry about. And everyone seemed to kind of go with it and understand what we were talking about when we said that. But the important thing is it comes from within with the team, and that's led by Steve and Tony, and they're doing a phenomenal job with that, with keeping our focus.
Knowing what's ahead, how nice is it? You talk about not necessarily worrying about advantages, but that you might have a chance to go through this long run right here at the Galen Center. You know, is that something special for you guys? Are you looking forward to that opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, anytime you can do anything in front of your home fans in an environment that you're used to. I mean, as coaches, we're all control freaks, and we want to try to control our environment and control everything as much as humanly possible. And when you're here in your own place, you've got control. I mean, I'm a 1 minute walk from the court. If I need anything last minute, I got it. I can prep. In my own office, our guys can sleep in their beds, and we practice in our own gym. So that's all a really good thing, and we can stay on our routine as close as humanly possible. And yeah, I think it's great, and I'm proud that our guys can represent our program in front of our school and our home fans like that. I think that's really cool.